Hello everyone, welcome back to the workshop. So, today I am going to be building a coal forge. Now, the plans for this coal forge will be available at blacksmithpdfs.com for anybody who's interested in building one exactly what I'm doing here today. What I'm going to be working on today in this three-part video series is essentially the body of the coal forge itself. It's going to essentially be about 36 inches tall, roughly, give or take. And it's going to be a dimension of 18 inches square is the ideal here. And it's going to be a three-legged design. I find that that's going to become a very useful design, especially for this being a portable coal forge. The reason why I'm making this is I have a demonstration coming up, and I do not have currently a portable forge. So I decided I'd fabricate one and bring you guys along for the ride and make this information available to anybody. So the part we're going to be working on first off will be the coal forge base. I drew all these up myself, the plans for this myself, complete with all the different instructions for the base and the legs and the tweyer and the clinker breaker. So the way that this video will go is it will be in three parts. First will be the body of the forge and the legs. I'll get all that made up. The second part of the video in this series will be the tweer, the actual complicated part, pretty much the T-pipe with the ash dump and everything of that nature. And then the final video of this series will be mounting the blower that I'm going to use and showing it in operation. And yeah, that'll be it for that. So, hopefully you all enjoy this video. Let's get to it.
Alrighty, everybody, here we are. Let's get this party started. So, obviously, you want to make sure your work pieces are very well grounded, and then we want to take and add our sides first. Now, I'm using these little 90-degree magnets to take and hold everything nice and square for me. And then all I'm going to do is tack these up. Later on, I'll come back and give these a little bit longer welds, but it's not necessary to weld the entire thing or the entire length. I do, however, suggest to weld in the corners solidly if you can. So, as you can see, this doesn't take a whole lot of time. I mean, this is at 10x speed on time-lapse, to just kind of give you an ideal, depending on where you're at. You can check how many minutes you've been in now, and look at it there, and it gives you an ideal. But, I mean, this roughly took maybe about a half an hour to do this portion here. That's with filming, by the way. So, like I said, I was going to weld in from the bottom as well. A little better. And, yeah, nothing to it. Essentially, we're just making a tray out of this bit of pan here. Now, as you can see, I'm looking at these legs, and first I designed this with a 45, well, not a 45, but a 12.5 degree angle on it. But I decided, since it was 3 foot long, I didn't like it at all. So I chose to do straight legs instead. This will also make the design a little more compact for travel. So there's no real big secret here as well. You just want to try to make sure everything's plumb and square. Weld on opposing corners of the piece. And then, yeah, that should keep everything fairly square. Now, Now, if you'll notice, though, as things cooled down, some of my legs just kind of went a little bit of askew. Actually, it was just one leg that did that. But all in all, it came out pretty good and square and plumb. Good enough for my purposes, anyhow.
Okay, everyone, now we got this done. So you can see in the video how I got all the legs welded up and squared up. You know, it's not rocket science. You just want to take your time, so this way you get everything nice and square. I did notice in the video, and I notice now, that I did get one leg that ended up getting out of square for me, but that's okay. So the next step in this process, we're going to go ahead and put on our feet portions. So these are just little foot pads that we're going to put and arrange on our base. So this way we will be able to set it on any surface pretty much, and it'll slide around or whatever. I don't like doing the ends of the pipe, because if you just leave raw ends and say you go to a fair or something and you stick it down in the grass, then all of a sudden you got dirt clods up in there and things of that nature. So that's not what we're going to do. But we're going to take our feet, that's what I'm calling the feet, and we're going to go ahead and weld them onto the bottoms now. And then I will probably come along a little later on and actually add some support structure underneath here. I didn't include that in the plans. I just left that open so you guys can do whatever you want with that space, maybe some shelves or whatever else you want to do. It's open to your interpretation. So I'll go ahead and weld these up real quick.
Okay, everybody, so the last part here, we're just going to center up these feet and get them welded on. Now, I did not fill the legs with sand or any other medium, as I want this to be as lightweight as possible for transportation purposes. And just like that, we've got our feet welded on. Do the same as before, just like with the sides, to make sure everything stays square and plumb. So that's going to be it for this video. Make sure that you check out the website blacksmithpdfs.com for the additional information and the plans or the drawings on this coal forge. As I go along, I have 2 other videos that I will be releasing that will be showing in depth the tweyer, and then show the operation of the forge actually running in final setup. So I hope you guys join me for that. And like always, thank you all for watching. If you haven't done it yet, you may want to think about subscribing. I try to do as many of these type videos as I can, along with tutorial videos. That's it for today. God bless you all, and thank you for watching.